How to master your punches in DayZ. How do you pull off a triple heavy attack and fight like a champion in close combat? Are you constantly afraid of what the zombies can do, so you're just trying to avoid them at all costs? Let's take a look at which keypads and mouse clicks we need to combine that will make you a master against the infected and most players that don't even know how to defend themselves in the early game. If you haven't noticed yet, a zombie has to be triggered or aggroed first before it will charge at you. They can look in your direction and walk, but will not engage unless you hear a loud growl and the shrieks first. Once they are in aggro mode, they become aggressive and start chasing you. As long as you're getting the timing right, you can defend yourself very easily and take no damage at all. Key here is to throw a punch after the zombie is done throwing his 2 punches. And that's a repetitive style that the zombie will engage in, is throwing 2 punches, short break, throwing 2 punches, short break again. And that's where we fit our punches in. Each time you either click or hold the right mouse button, you enable combat mode. Now if you walk backwards with holding your right mouse click, you will activate defense mode. Let's throw our first heavy punch by holding shift and clicking right mouse click. Keep holding the left mouse click at all times. If you don't hold your shift when clicking your right mouse button, you will just throw a short punch. If you can, at all times, hold the right mouse button. Make sure to pay attention to your stamina. Shorter punches don't take up as much stamina than your heavy punches. It is possible to make a double short punch, but it is not really possible to make a double heavy attack, just because the zombie, once you hit it, gets kicked back so far that the second punch doesn't land on him. So it's better to do it with a weapon rather than with your hands. It is also possible to block an incoming attack. Timing here is key because you want to do it right before it starts running at you again. Sometimes you just have to wait for the right moment to perform that heavy punch, but it can be very, very effective. I'm going to show you how to perform 3 heavy attacks in a row, but make sure you have enough stamina. If you don't have enough stamina, you might not be able to do as many. And be aware of your surroundings, so while you're fighting, you're not attracting any more zombies. So now, since the zombie is done with his couple punches, we're gonna start throwing our punches each time he is about to charge at us. The behavior of the zombies becomes pretty predictable after some gameplay, so timing will be very, very easy, and you will already know when about the zombie wants to throw his next punch, and you can counter it or just block it right there. The process will take way faster if you have a longer range melee weapon. You just have to time it right, and after about 2 hits, you can take most zombies down with no problem. In a case against a zombie or a player, when you have not been discovered yet, you actually have the upper hand by performing a running heavy attack. The key here is that you are close enough when you're pressing shift and right mouse click to engage, else if you punch too early, you might miss the target. So a little bit of practicing is definitely something I would encourage you to do before you perform that attack on the player. Here is another example where performing a heavy attack can work, but if it follows with an uppercut, it often misses the target because the target is too far back before you can engage again. I hope this tutorial was helpful for you guys. I struggled a lot at the beginning with zombies, but after learning these few techniques, it became pretty easy, and I actually actively engage in killing zombies to loot them. The key takeaways are here to, at all times, when you're in combat, keep holding your right mouse button. There's really no point to let it go. Once you want to perform a heavy attack, press shift and click on your left mouse button. If you want to double it up, click twice on that left mouse button. I'll have another tutorial where we can take a closer look at how to fight zombies with weapons. If you haven't seen how to make a solo server on your own local device, you can check out my recent video. Other than that, stay tuned for the next tutorial.